Priti Patel has added her voice to the complaints about plans to close lots of ticket offices around the rail network, and she says that the consultation that should have gone ahead was suboptimal, to say the least. I didn't hear about it. And she's one of those people who, like me, much prefers to buy the ticket in the ticket office rather than use an app which is likely to go wrong. The times that I use the train app, only the other day I used the train app, and it had a little banner saying that some of the trains were replaced by buses. This is for this coming Saturday. And I thought, okay, I'll look for those trains which are not replaced by buses, and I found one. It meant I had to go at meant I had to plan my journey for about 5 o'clock in the morning, and that was fine. That was fine. I booked the ticket, I arranged my accommodation, I let the person know at the other end that I was coming, and then I opened the ticket to find that half the train journey was in fact replaced with a bus. And I was furious because the train line had specifically said that certain journeys were replaced with buses, and this journey, it had specifically indicated that it was not. A lie. I contacted the train line, and I spoke to a person called Kimley, who said, well, it was the rail companies who made the decisions about buses. Well, that may well be the case, in which case the ticket which was produced and which was printed by the train line should have been exactly the same as the information which was on the train line site. I checked the train line site again, and I found that again the train journey which I had booked looked ostensibly as if it was not a booking replaced by a bus. Anyway, eventually, after some pressing, Kimley said, well, actually, all the trains, except for the train going at 9 minutes past 1 in the morning, are replaced by buses. So why was that not the information that was relayed? And why did she try to ghost me and make me feel stupid? And that's the issue. I then wrote to the train company to protest, and I got a letter back saying, well, if you feel so strongly, you can, I will give you permission to change your ticket. I don't need permission to change my ticket. I was booking a week in advance, more than a week in advance, with the option to change my ticket if I wished to. I don't need the train lines. Anyway, this is one of many train line services where I have been deceived, duped, tricked, and you neither get an opportunity to talk to anybody who has any knowledge of what's going on, nor do you get an opportunity to get all your money back, because if you ask for your money back, there's then a fee charged for that process. And in some cases, when a mistake has been made, no money is available because the fee which was charged was apparently more than the ticket is worth. Absurd. There was another time a few weeks ago when I booked a ticket by Trainline. By the time I booked the ticket, I think I'd booked the ticket at about 1 minute past 12 midnight. So the date defaulted to today's date, which meant that I was booking a ticket for the wrong date. Again, absurd. And yeah, maybe I'm a little doddery on these sites. I don't think I'm any more doddery than anybody else, frankly, because I use a computer practically 14 hours a day. But, I've got to find some excuse for why I'm constantly having problems with the Trainline app. And I think one might like to say it's because it's fundamentally duplicitous and fundamentally irresponsible, because there is nobody behind it taking a decision. And that's the difference between the Trainline app and the ticket office, where you can at least ask advice as well. That won't be possible. In this instance, I'm entirely behind Priti Patel. But she's only there because she herself is inconvenienced. There has to be a point when this particular government starts to act in the interests of other people rather than in its own interests, rather than feathering its nest or putting hay in the loft and pleasing itself. It's not an attractive sight, all these people pleasing themselves.